I did not understand a word.
Ah, yes. Don't worry, I prepared this time. Mint, are you alive though?
I'm here.
Okay, he's alive. Right, prepared.
So, what have you prepared?
Wait. What was the intro again?
You can do your own intro.
Alright, everybody. Welcome to the paradox. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the paradoxcast.
The what?
So, you all have just but one objective: survive.
Okay, so what is the game you're throwing us into?
Alright then, listen up, listen up.
I'm listening.
Game of some sort. I'm gonna put you two in a situation, and yeah, it's quite simple. I'm gonna put you somewhere, I don't know, maybe on an island, a boat, the top of a volcano, a McDonald's or in Russia. The only thing you have to do is survive.
Okay.
Alright then.
So, how does that work?
Alright. I'm gonna give location. I'm gonna talk about the things that are around there.
We just gotta survive.
Yes. I'm gonna give you like a survival situation, and you have to survive. And you can ask if things are around, and I can say if they are or not. But
Can you try to make the other person less capable of surviving?
no, this time, I mean you can, but actually the objective. You know what? Actually, no, never mind. Yeah, sure, sabotage each other, but
Yeah.
you can also work together for bigger chance of survival.
Okay.
Right, bro. Wanna work together?
I'll figure out if I want to work together when we get given the location and the situation.
I also have little wheel I can spin.
Can you
And
share your screen for that?
no, I'm not gonna
Why
do it.
not?
Random events?
You
They're gonna be
gotta share your screen with a wheel. To be
no.
honest,
You're
we
not allowed.
need to know if it is fair.
Bro, what kind of fucking host would I be if I wouldn't be playing fair? You're not
I
allowed to
wanna,
see
I
me.
wanna see what is spinning. I
Bro,
wanna know what that wheel is.
bro, I can show you the
Please,
thing. You're
bro.
supposed to see, bro. That would spoil. That would take away
Spoil.
the surprise. You don't trust me?
For what is the wheel?
Random events. After you both got your turn on what to do, uh, I spin the wheel if there is a random event. If there's
Okay.
a random event, I click to. I click.
Okay.
Alright then. As you slowly open your eyes, Lumpy, you look next to me, and there is me. Together, you're lying on top of a small raft in the middle of a giant ocean.
Okay.
Right.
Is there any land visible?
You look around, but you can't really. There are some waves. You maybe thought were islands, but no, there were waves.
Alright. So,
Mm-hmm.
I pull this comically large dynamite stick out of my pocket and I place it in the water and it
What?
explodes. And all of and a dead fish come floating to the surface. So we have a food source.
Right, you want to throw your stick, your comically large stick of dynamite. Where did you get that? Anyway, it doesn't matter.
I got it out of my pocket, you know.
Right. Sure. Ever. What? You throw your dynamite. Oh. And it lands in the water. There's a loud bang of explosion. And I don't know how it explodes in the water, but it did explode underwater. And you see one dead fish coming floating on top of the water after that. And
I
it's
grab the fridge and get it onto our raft.
um before you can even get it, it gets eaten by a shark.
Oh,
And as you look around now, there are sharks circling your raft. Anyway, a blue machine, it's your turn.
Can I find anything to use as a paddle?
Well, let me describe your little flotation device. You're like on a raft made from wood. They're like wood planks on top of barrels filled with air. You think?
Okay.
And there's one pole that where you can put a I forgot the name. Big
A sail?
sail. I forgot the name for that. My bad. A sail. You can put a sail, but there's very little of the sail that what was once there left.
Okay. I am going to try to loosen up one of the planks and use that as a paddle.
That's a very nice idea, actually. Right, you managed to take one of the planks. Oh, oops, hold up. You take one of the planks, take it out of the barrel. There are now two holes in the barrel, but it doesn't really matter. And you take the plank and you manage to use it as a paddle. It's pretty big raft, so you don't go very fast.
Okay.
Alright then. I'm gonna spin the wheel if there's a thing or not. An event. Ooh. Wait, what? Well, no random event this time. So you.
let's go.
Oh, oh, it was. Oh shit! Oops. All right. Anyway, yes. No random events this time, sadly. So,
Oh.
what will you do?
All right. So I use my Apple iPhone 16 with 128 gigabytes of memory and use it to order Uber Eats from Amir. And because he's so built different, he maybe can prevent the sharks that are circling us. Maybe.
Right. You grab out your phone, thingy thingy iPhone, and as you try to turn it on, you see that it's broken. The screen is cracked and there's water dripping from it. Also, your pants are wet.
Aww. It costed me like $800. What a waste of
Yo.
money.
You wouldn't even be able to order from Amir, bro. He's dead.
How's he dead? He's built different.
He literally got it was on the news, man.
Nah, Amir's not dead. He built different.
Alright,
Okay, I'm just gonna let him dream.
Blue
He
Machine.
survived death.
You've been pedaling for a while now. As you look over the right, you still can't really see any kind of land. Do you keep on pedaling, or do you want to try something else?
I'm gonna whip out my 16-inch pocket motor, and I'm gonna put the plank in the motor so it keeps rotating on its own and it keeps paddling, and I can do else things in the meantime.
Alright, that is a pretty interesting one. You know what? Alright. You start the motor up, but it seems a little damaged, but very slowly. It was
Oh,
faster when you use your hand. But you can do other things now in the meantime.
yeah.
Um, keep in mind though, it's not solar powered or something, so eventually the electricity is gonna run out. I'm surprised it's
Yeah.
ready. Alright then. Let's spin the
Alrighty.
wheel. Yes. There
There's
Alright.
is.
a random event.
Alright then.
Oh,
You ready for
alright.
this?
I'm ready, bro.
And what is the random event?
I don't think
Oh,
broke mic is.
right. I should look up. Before there was like a little cloudy with a decent, nice, warm environment.
Okay.
Clouds disappear, and you're open to the blazing hot sun. You might
Oh no.
it before you. I don't know. There's probably something bad about it. It's a blazing sun. Before you dry out.
So, hear me out on this one. In which sea are we in right now? Ocean.
Alright. You look around a bit and think about what you have learned in school. Even even think about the moments you weren't even paying attention, and then you suddenly remember you have a brilliant mind in geography, and you recognize the color of the ocean to be the Pacific Ocean.
Alright, let me Google something real quick.
I ain't doing anything. Alright, Blue Machine. In the meantime, show me what you'll do.
I have an idea. This raft is like pretty big, right?
Uh, yeah, it's pretty big.
So my motor is powered by motor oil.
I guess.
Um, so I'm gonna try to get the motor oil from the motor and try to make a summoning circle to summon Kevin.
What?
Yo, let's go, bro.
Isn't Kevin the? Oh, nah. Alright. With the very little motor oil you had, you still managed to make a small little uh summoning circle as the motor stops rotating very steadily. Alright. Anyway, and then uh slowly From the heavens he comes for some reason.
Why would he come from
Oh,
the
like,
heavens? He made a deal with the devil.
don't care.
Lore,
Just play.
bro. He's an archangel now.
Of course.
Yes, yes. As he comes down from heaven, he comes down there and greets you. Hello. Sorry, I wasn't welcome in heaven, so.
Yay.
You have now a Kevin.
Nice.
So,
I, who, what?
I have a temperature map here of the Pacific Ocean. And if you can say where we are in the Pacific Ocean, we can see if the burning sun will affect us if we're in the water.
Where did you even post it? I can't even find it. What the hell? Whatever.
I put it in the chat of video recording.
We have a chat. Oh, damn.
Ah, I see.
What is this? Why do we have a temperature map of the Pacific
The
Ocean?
Pacific Ocean. If you can tell us where we are, I can say how hot or cold the water is. If we know that, we know if we'll survive jumping in the water,
Or there's sharks in the water.
uh, give him a bite of cheeseburger.
No.
Anyway, well, thank you
Hear
for
me
that.
out on this one. Hear me out. I pull out my Antonov An 225 Mria, Ukrainian cargo aircraft that serviced in 1988 out of my pocket. Use its fuel to refuel the motor we have.
Hmm. Well, after trying to do that, you realize whatever the thing you just said is very heavy. Which, so while you're trying to fill the motor, it's it's only like 3/4 full. It falls out of your hands into the water because it's so heavy.
Aw.
And it drowns right
But it's
away.
only 640 tons. That's not that heavy.
Bro, you're weak. The only thing you ever do is sit behind your, I don't know, laptop or something in Starbucks. Stop jerking off in
What?
it.
Damn.
That's
Anyway,
crazy, bro.
God.
I was actually,
Um,
I think I was actually spinning for a random event. No, never mind. That was nothing. Alright. Yes. Blue machine.
I am going to pull out a door that leads to any other door in the universe that you can think of. And I'm gonna realize I don't have my key with me, so it's useless.
Alright. There's now a locked up door on your on your raft. Also, you can't try to break down the door because you need a key to open it. Otherwise, you just make a hole in the door.
Yeah.
Alright. That was both of you. So let's do a thingy. That's a yes. You're lucky. Because there could indeed be bad things on the random events, but you are kind of counting on the random event for your survival.
Okay.
It's absolutely skill based and not luck based. You have very bad luck. Because absolutely nothing happens.
Oh.
Oh. Oh.
Little reminder, you're still in the blazing sun. What will you do?
Right. So, is Kevin still with us?
Yes, he isn't. Where would he have gone? Eat by the sharks?
I don't know, bro.
Bro, he's
Sure.
smart.
Alright, so I ask Kevin, yo, bro, does the perfect dap? Like, mean? And I say, yo, bro, can you hit up a fourth dimensional being for me real quick?
Okay, you dap up Kevin in the most perfect depth that the gods themselves look down and murmur to themselves like, "Damn, they did that good." After that, you ask Kevin, "Yo, Kevin, can I get some four-dimensional being real quick, bruh?" Kevin, the absolute uh giga chat he is, reaches into his pocket and grabs out a little gnome. He
Is the
puts it in
gnome
front of- It starts moving, dancing almost, and it breaks out into. It breaks apart in pieces into shapes you can't even imagine. Alright.
so grab all the shapes and put them together?
They're floating shapes mixed together in ways you can't understand. They're four-dimensional shapes for simplified. They're four-dimensional shapes.
Alright.
Oh,
Ask this fourth dimensional being if it can open the locked door.
The being answered, "Oh yes, absolutely. I know why you have such three-dimensional beings have such a weird problems. Man, just strap through it." As he just disappears.
Bro.
well, I
After,
know what I'm going to do.
after that, you realize ah that four-dimensional being was probably from the fourth dimension of time.
Yeah,
Yeah, what he just did was just go to a time the door was open. Easy as hell.
that makes sense.
Yeah, that's actually just average answer I would expect, not gonna lie.
Right, blue machine.
I am going to break open the motor. I am going to grab all the little pieces and I'm going to try to make a lockpick.
Damn. Right, you try together and you make a very weird shaped but lockpick. Might work, but you don't really know.
Okay. That was everything. That's all I had to do.
Alright
Alright.
then. Let me just spin that real quick. That is a yes. Your yes. I just stop that. And the random event we have for you today, very lucky. As you look towards the horizon, you see a ship. Yeah!
That's pretty nice.
Attention. That's your new objective. Actual objective survive or two. Whatever. Go on.
Alright. So, out of my pocket, I pull a 600 Nitro Express Zeliska handheld revolver and shoot in the air to make noise so the ship will notice us.
Oh, no, no, no. So stupid. Why did you put it in your pocket? You know your pants are wet, bruh. You try to
Oh no!
you forgot your pants were wet. Put it out in another pocket. Yeah, too late now. Try to shoot it, and it's kind of, you know,
Oh,
sounds.
what a waste, bro.
Waste of
Next,
a perfectly good gun.
Could have shot blue with it.
no, blue machine. Want to open the door with your lockpick?
No, I am going to throw the door off the raft. Door that it will float. It will float. I'm certain of it.
All right. You pick up the door. As you lift it above your head, the strong man you are, try to throw it. Suddenly, the door grows a face and starts shouting, "Hey, what the hell are you doing, man? What the hell?" But before you can react, you already threw it, and it's now in the water, making a little gurgling sound. And after that, it
Okay,
stops. But it indeed floats. You were right about that.
I'm gonna
Also,
jump onto it.
you jump onto it. Right. You jump to the door, floating door, leaving poor Mint behind. Still
And
sad,
Kevin.
Oh,
and you slowly float away. Also, your new J's are now wet because you jumped on top of the door, and the door, you know.
Well, no, not my J's.
Right. All right, I'm gonna spin that wheel. There's another yes. Let's see.
bro, why did you leave me behind like that?
I have a tactic.
Now I need to hit up my Kevin to unlock his true potential.
Oh no.
No way!
What?
You got the flying fish. While you're major so kind of trying to get the attention of the boat, Ruben, you're flown towards the boat with your door. Because that
Okay.
Gosh, chat,
next
name
time
reveal.
you hear something coming from your right boat. Because you're
Okay.
and out of the water comes a school of thousands of flying fish. Also, they look a little sharp today.
Only today?
Find cover for the sharp flying fish.
Is it my turn again, or are we first going over to Mint?
Mint.
Alright. Oh, remember when I said I'm gonna unlock Kevin's true potentials?
No.
Alright, so I asked him, do you remember that one time I lent you a pencil in class? He says yes. So I asked him, can you give me, let's just say, Almighty Deity Godzilla, also known as an infinite and truly indestructible universe creator?
What?
What?
What is bro plotting, bro?
I'm just gonna summon Godzilla if he was a universe creator and infinite and truly indestructible. You know,
Oh,
Almighty Deity Godzilla, everyone's favorite.
Kevin. Peter said yes. Says sure, whatever, man. Do it. But since he's like the Almighty, I can't just summon it here. I have to like switch. So I'll be gone, but he will be here. Is that okay?
I say yes. Thanks, bro.
Well, send me up. See you later. And you
Later,
make it a
gang.
perfect step. As he disappears in a beam of light, and there's now A giant,
Almighty deity Godzilla.
giant naked man with a glowing golden glow and a crown. What do you do?
I
Also, boom.
ask him. Yeah, so I ask him, "Are you the almighty deity Godzilla?"
What? Nah, I'm just an almighty deity, Godkiller.
So you kill gods.
Ah, cause I kill gods. Any gods here?
Yeah, there's a god right on that raft over there.
Uh, Mint, you know you're the one on the raft, right?
Wait, what? No.
You're the one on the raft.
You're-
I'm the one on the door.
All right. So never mind that. There's a god right on that door over there. You fucked me up. I fucked you up, bro.
Nah. You don't know what's coming.
What do you mean you don't know what's coming, bro?
You know
I
what I'm
literally
going
and
to do?
A little interruption. What were we doing again?
I am going to try to lock pick the lock on my door.
It's a survival game. Oh wait, where was the god? Where was the god? God killer. Sorry.
God killer.
Yeah, he's a god killer. Well, he exclaims loudly, "You there on the floating, magical, powerful door." He sees that because he's a mighty deity. Are you God?
Nah, I'm not a god. I'm just a machine. It's just cogs and wires down here.
Is it okay if I test that?
What do you mean? Is it okay if you test that?
You know, some gods tend to lie. They're not gods to escape my wrath. You know,
Nah, I'm not a god. You don't need to test anything. Trust me.
just one little test, okay? As it pulls out a golden glowing gun.
Let's
Alright, so
just
this
say
special gun, if I shoot you and you die, you're not a god. But
What do you
I,
mean? Where are you gonna shoot me that I die?
well, probably your head or something.
Yeah, fair enough.
Wait, damn, I usually do this on humans. Sure. Okay, if you don't die, I'm gonna kill you. Alright? Ready?
No, 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 you don't have to do that. I'm gonna start lock picking. I'm just gonna carefully behind my back start lock picking the lock on the door.
Well, here, you turn your attention away from him and start lockpicking your door. The almighty deity God killer turns to Mint. What the hell is he ignoring me?
he's a god of ignorance. Kill him.
God of ignorance? Nah, that's my dad. That can't be him, bruh.
Nah,
Probably
that's him.
a little puny, I don't know, laptop or something. That ain't my dad, bruh.
I'm
Nah,
not a
bro.
laptop, bro.
Nah, you a laptop now. Mint
I'm not a
leaf.
laptop.
You're a laptop and I'm a mint leaf.
Alright. I know. I know. It's time for another thing, and it's yes again.
Oh no.
Let us go. I'm starting to like these events.
Oh shit! I need to remove those. Well, it's up. So, forgot about that. Whoa, would you... Nice. Alright then. We got something special. Right. Mince, you're still a little talking to Godkill over there. Blue Machine, you're still picking the lock. Feels like you almost got it. And then, from
And
beneath the
then,
water, something rises. Something big. Something very big.
Oh no.
Beneath you, Blue Machine, you're suddenly above the water. You seem to be on a giant turtle.
I would take the deal, not
Um,
gonna lie, bro. I
The
mean, giant turtle? That's just a giant raft, not gonna lie, bro.
I was already on a makeshift raft. I don't need another one.
Bro, that's
Yeah,
not
but this
correct.
is big. And a
Yeah, that,
turtle.
Right. And suddenly Godkilla seems kind of scared. What in the hell? Well then,
hmm.
Righty. So, Godzilla is now distracted, right?
yes.
Right.
What?
So, when Kevin was here the last time, and I asked him, do you remember that one time I lent you a pencil? Also reminded him one time I let him play games on my laptop.
What?
And he made me God. So I jump out and start hacking away at Godkilla's face, making him almost unrecognizable for humanity.
Well, I mean, he's a god, so
But I'm also a god.
you're a god?
I'm a
I
god.
think
I-
what he's trying to say is that he asked Kevin for god powers, but like Kevin is not here anymore, bro. Did you not get
But I
it?
asked him that, and I also reminded him that I let him lend my pencil.
He wasn't here anymore. When
You,
he summoned God Killer, he went away.
Yeah, but before that, I also reminded him that I lent him a pencil once.
for a man, anything that has on the rafts has to be told.
Bruh.
You can't keep secrets from the narrator, man. If you want to do something secret, tell me. I mean, not tell the other. You have to send a private message to me.
Right, I'm gonna tell you all my secrets, bro. Pull up real
All right,
quick.
that's about the survival game, please. I don't have to know about all your little shenanigans thingies. All right, all right. Then Blue Machine, you want to do something?
Have I opened the door with my lockpick?
Well, you're squirming a little, and suddenly you open the door. The door opens, and you see a turtle shell.
That's disappointing. I didn't think of where it would lead. It didn't lead anywhere because I didn't think.
Right. You do realize you had it the wrong way, right? You have to
Um
face. Well,
okay,
anyway,
I'm gonna flip the door around.
too late. You can do
No.
now then. The giant turtle begins to speak. Godzilla, what are you doing here at this hour? We have to go have dinner. Now. Godzilla, scared as hell, and says, sorry, mom, and teleports away. After that, the giant turtle excuses for you, sorry for his trouble, and then also leaves.
Thank God.
Mint, you're now on your raft, doing nothing.
Alrighty.
And
So I just sent you a message with everything in my pockets right now.
what the? What?
Yeah, let's keep this a secret, okay?
Okay, I'm gonna do that too.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, bro, just mention everything in your pockets so I can always pull something out.
Oh man, I accidentally sent it already.
Bro,
That's not the only thing in there.
bro, you already made that. Alright then. I'm getting some stuff sent, I guess. Well, anyway, in the meantime, I'm gonna roll for a random event. If we have one, I mean. Oh, another. How many yeses are those? It's like 5 yeses in a row. Yo. Well, I guess we have another thing. I forgot to do music again. Oh. Alright then. As you blue machine, I take you're kind of trying to flip the door over,
Yeah.
and Mint, you're probably
Yeah.
I don't know,
Alright.
good care of your pockets, I think. Those are wet, by the way. Watch out for that. Uh, what is the? Oh, that's not.
Alright.
I don't even know
So,
what. But suddenly, the sky darkens. The blazing sun goes away. Instead of that, lightning strikes. A storm arrives. All right, Mint. What to do?
alrighty. So, I grab one F-14 out of my pocket and use its engine to dry my pants.
You want to draw your pants?
Yeah, I want to dry my pants.
Um. Blue machine. You didn't
Yeah.
have to tell me about your organs.
My what?
Your organs. I don't. I didn't really have to know that.
That's not what those are, bro.
You sure?
Those are spare. Those are spare. Trust me.
Spare part. Okay, spare organs. I always have a spare organs with you. All right then. Uh, wait a second. Mint, what were you doing again? Drawing in your pants?
Yeah, with one F-14.
You're drawing in your pants.
I'm drying my pants.
Oh, drawing.
Yeah, like not wet anymore.
Wait, is F-14? Isn't that a gun?
No, that's a plane.
Oh, it's a
Fighter
plane.
jet.
Ah, sure.
I also my list to have removed one F-14.
Yes. You uh use your F-routine to dry your pants, but as you dry your pants, the plane flies away because it's a plane and planes
Bro,
fly. But
did my pants dry?
this does get the attention of the ship.
Let's go.
It's still passing by the way, on the horizon.
Let's go.
So it's only sees like a plane just flying.
Bro,
Bro.
do they see that
You might
it
wanna
has no pilot?
No, it's a ship far away. Maybe you can make it
Bro.
crash anyway. Well, anyway, Blue Machine, how are you doing? Trying to flip the door in the water still?
Yeah.
Well, okay then. It's a storm though, and as you look back, you're now quite far away from the raft, from Min, and you manage to flip the door.
Oh, thank God.
I'm actually gonna spin the wheel because you're on a door, and it's a storm right now, and see if you actually manage to stay on the door. Ooh, that's a yes. So sadly for me, you actually stay
Right.
on the door.
Oh, thank God.
You cling to the door and you have to make sure it doesn't ever stop you. Okay.
Okay.
Alright then. Whose turn was it again? Oh, alright. It's Hoodle's turn. Let's just refer to him as God. And ooh. Ah, that's a lucky one.
What do we
You
get?
slowly but surely the sun clears. And I mean the clouds clear. Now that's not entirely, but the storm clouds clear and make place for grey little rain clouds as it softly starts pouring.
Oh, that's pretty chill. Oh, my pants are wet again.
Ah,
Bro.
alright then. Then it should be Min's turn.
Yes. Let's see. What do I all have in my pocket? Alright, I have an idea.
Yeah.
I get into one Ava 01 to ensure that I'm safe.
One Ava 01.
Yeah.
What is that?
As as I'm in the Ava 01, I use my arrow to give myself a stand, but this make it so that I have the self in the vital organs to get a stand. That's why I climbed in the Ava 01.
Okay.
So I'm safe in my Ava 01, but my vital organs are seriously injured because I used the stand arrow. But this does give me a stand.
I have no idea what that means.
I have no idea either.
It's a power from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
Blue. Are there any reasons the host can just randomly let one of the players explode?
I mean, it would ruin the fun a little bit.
I have no idea what's actually going on, so
Anyway,
your turn.
I am going to open the door from the right side, and it's going to lead to my house.
To your house?
Yes.
Your house?
Yes, my house.
Okay, so well oh. You open the door. Your house completely intact. Nothing wrong and everything looks clean.
Oh, nice.
Singing. No humming while she's in the kitchen. Nothing wrong.
So I escaped the danger.
Congratulations.
Yippee.
A winner.
I'm whipping out the wheels, but I don't have them right now. I have to open them up.
Then. Mint. Sadly, you lost. So this will mean we execute an airstrike to your direct location on the raft.
What?
Right. So I just spun a wheel to see which stand I got from the stand arrow. As I got D4C, also known as one of the most powerful stands ever.
Okay, very cool. Very fun for you. I am going to share my
And
screen.
D4C allows the user to travel between parallel universes and bring objects and people from those universes into the current one. So I just
Okay,
simply stepped into a parallel universe where we never got into that situation.
um, Mr. Traitorlord, for who will I spin first?
Alright, let me first explain the points. Well,
Okay.
kind of, for some reason, had a lot of stuff in your pockets. I didn't really count on that. But,
Yeah.
you would actually have gotten extra points for using things from the ship, maybe like rope, which with the things were bound together.
Oh,
Mace
yeah.
thing. You're gamers, man. You had to do something about that.
I
Well,
used one thing.
yeah, okay. Wait, what? Oh yeah, use one plank.
Yeah.
S- Uh, yeah, I'm sorry. I think. No, I'm not gonna give you a point for that. But Bloomshoe, you do get 2 points for winning. Mint, you get 0 points for losing.
Yay.
Spin the wheel
For who shall I spin it first?
for a mint.
Okay, first spin for Mint. Okay, Mint, you get half a point.
Good
Aww.
job, man. So happy for you.
And then my wheel spin.
Spin for me, please.
No!
Heh.
Point penalty next episode. But the problem is that next episode I am going to be the host, so it will be the episode after next episode
What
when
else?
I'm not a host anymore. Anyway, um, I won. I am going to be the host of the next episode, so I'll see you guys all then.
I hate my life.